This is Honors Pre-Calculus Exam Review beginning with question number 56. Write the equivalent rectangular coordinates for each point in the polar form. We have 8, r is 8, and theta is pi over 3. The equations I'm going to use will be r cosine theta equals x, r sine theta equals y. We have 8 cosine pi over 3 is equal to 4. 8 sine pi over 3 is equal to 8 root 3 over 2, or 4 root 3. Number 57, this is in quadrant 3. We have r cosine theta equals negative 4 cosine negative 7 pi over 4. Pardon me, this is not quadrant 3, this is quadrant 1. When I rotate negatively. And this equals negative root 2 over 2. R sine theta is negative 4 times the sine of negative 7 pi over 4, which also gives me negative root 2 over 2. Number 58, I'm writing the equivalent polar form from each rectangular form. I know that r is found by taking the square root of x squared plus y squared. That equals 16 plus 48, which is root 64, or 8. I'm going to use the inverse tan of negative 4 over root 3 over 4. This would be the inverse tan of negative root 3, which is 300 degrees, quadrant 4. My answer would be 8, 300 degrees. Number 59, this is in quadrant 3. R is equal to the square root of negative 1 quantity squared plus negative 1 squared, which is root 2. The inverse tan of negative 1 over negative 1 is 225 degrees. The answer to this question then would be root 2, 225 degrees. Remember that a positive tan is actually answered in quadrant 1, but this angle, or this rectangular form, is in quadrant 3, so the angle needs to be adjusted for the appropriate quadrant. Moving on, this is number 60. Which of the following represents the same points? So if I were to draw a picture, and graph this point, if I have 4 negative pi over 3, and I create a pole through the origin, that an equivalent angle or expression would be negative 4, 2 pi over 3. So the answer to this question is letter B. Number 61 asks me to graph each polar equation. So I'm going to find some points and then graph them accordingly. And I get a limacon circling in on itself. Something like that. Number 62, I have 4 sine of 2 theta. This is a rose with 2 times 2 petals, or 4 petals, reflected over both the x and the y axes. And the outermost point would be a 4.